In the fraction section, what's important also to understand is what factors are. So first question in the fraction section is find all the factors of a number. So this one is find all the factors of 85. So to find the factors of 85, I usually use it as a T-chart as an organizer. I'll put the 85 up above it. And I'll just start number one. Is one a factor of 85? In other words, can you multiply about one by a number to get 85? Well, 1 times 85 would be 85. So notice how when I look for factors, I do them as pairs. So I find the smallest factor and also find the biggest factor at the same time. The next number after 1 would be a 2. Well, is 2 a factor of 85? Well, since 85 is not an even number, I know 2 is not. For 3, I'm unsure about 3, but if you add 8 plus 5 together, that gives me 13. So there's a trick that says if you add the digits together, you'll get this 13. And what you can ask yourself is 3 a factor of 13? Well, since 3 does not divide into 13 evenly, that tells me that 3 does not work for 13, nor will it work for 85. Or you can simply just go 85 divided by 3. Let me turn my calculator on. So if I type in 85 divided by 3, if I get a whole number, then it's a factor. If I get a decimal, then it's not. So notice how when I divide 85 by 3, it gave me 28 something. So that tells me 3 is not. Is 4 a factor of 85? Well, again, you can type 85 divided by 4, and notice how it also gives you a decimal. Is 5 a factor of 85? Well, since 85 ends in a 5, I'm feeling pretty sure it does, because if a number ends in 5 or a 0, that means 5 is a factor of that number. So to find the missing factor, though, I can go 85 divided by 5, and that would give me then 17. So 5 times 17 would be smaller factors. After that, I could keep going, but how far do I go? So what I can do is if I take the square root of 85, try that again. So square root is above the x squared button. It's this little blue guy here. So second x squared gives me, so if I type the square root of 85 in there, what that tells me is I don't have to go past 10, basically. So in searching, the square root of 85 is approximately 9 or 10. So what I can do is when I'm searching for factors, I don't have to go out past 9 or 10. So let's start with 6 then. 85 divided by 6, that's going to crash. 85 divided by 7, that's not going to work. 85 divided by 8, that's not going to work. 85 divided by 9, no. And of course, we know 85 divided by 10 is not going to work either, because to be divisible by 10, it has to end in a 0. So that looks like that's all my factors. So if I want to list them, it would be 1, 5, 17, and 85. That would be the only factors of an 85. So that would be our list.